And so, we just want to keep moving in that energy. That's why we're putting forth the things that we're putting forth. And there's no time like the present to govern the things that belong to us. The energies are matching up for that reason, because we are competent to govern and fit to govern this vast estate. We're already doing it. So thank you for that. And the cosmology and the astrology of it has everything to do with it. Everything to do with it. So with that being said, it's on. Yes, it's on.
Yes, I wanted to thank all the Moors that sent their positive energies while I was detained. I mean, I felt it, and I'm just really so grateful to be out and to be, wow.
I'm glad to hear your voice out here, Empress. I'm glad to hear you out here, because we talked about she was detained, and she just, if I can say she kicked some butt in there, she did.
Oh my goodness. Wow. I felt all the energy. It was great. Yes. Thank you. I love you all.
You were out. We told you that you were going with that energy. They can't hold you with that kind of energy, because you were mad at them or anything like that. You were just standing on your square, period, no matter what.
Period. That was just it. And we let them go past that. It was wow. It's some funny things that happened, but it just really, it let me see how, to really know how powerful we are, and they really knew what sovereign was about, and that, wow, it is really about your energy. It really is. And they were acting, and it was just, wow.
It's only an empress that just kicked that thing could actually be giggling a little bit about it, because I try not to giggle too hard about the POW demonstrations that I did. But when you think about some of the stuff you see in there, it's crazy how powerful we are.
Yes.
We're so powerful, and all we have to do is stand and just be determined that no matter what, we're not getting off that square.
Wow. Yeah. They just had me going back and forth. I'm telling you, I kept giving them those court demonstrations, just, everything is our jurisdiction, letting them know, judge was like, oh, wait a minute, I'm the law. I'm like, he said, I'm the judge. I said, the creator God does not even judge me. Who are you?
Oh.
I'm the law. I said, but I'm the law. Oh, it was something.
I just love it. We giggled so while she was doing her demonstrations, because she was just kicking butt in there, and she, and that's how a demonstration should be done. Just get in there and stand on your square no matter what, and you gonna come out victorious. Period. And soon after we talked, I got that call, and she was like, "I'm out." Like, yeah, I knew it. I knew you would be. Because it's the energy that our ancestors look for in those types of demonstrations.
I forgive you. So we forgive you. We forgive you.
You can't stay, they can't keep you when you like that.
No. Every time you call me into your defunct company, corporation, I said, it is now inheritance, a transfer of inheritance meeting.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Some of the things you see, that is stuff that nobody can tell you. You actually have to experience it to believe it. You have to experience it to believe it. Yeah. I mean, even the first time I went in there, and I won't go too far into that because we talk about it so often, but even the first POW demonstration I did in 2017, the first time, that was my first time ever seeing a fake judge take off the robe and throw the robe was on the floor next to him, and he was sitting down instead of up on the big podium up there. And I'm like, really? And he just asked me one question. He said, he put his hands on his head like this. He said, I guess you're going to represent yourself tomorrow. I said, I present myself. And it was, and then they sent me back to myself, or they didn't send me. I went back to myself. It's amazing, and that's not something somebody can tell you about. You actually have to experience it, and once you experience it, you will know that we are the most powerful on the earth. Period. Don't even matter.
Here and there, remember, when you do the all rise and stand and remain standing in perpetuity, everyone in there was standing. Already leaned. They were standing. The lawyers that, call themselves being lawyers, like, there's nothing I can do. I have to recuse myself and my firm. I stand as an advisor. But she's put it on the record. She's said it time and time and time. I mean, everybody. I was just, wow. I'm looking over like, oh, that's that one lawyer from 2 years ago. It was judges. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Fake. They was all fake. You was the real judge and lawyer, which means, oh, God. Okay, we spell it Lawyaah.
Yes.
Listen, when the real God stand up, they can't do anything, and people don't believe. Some don't believe me when I say they got to yield to the Moors, but when we stand, they got to yield. Period. Yes. Period.
Yes.
And Empress, I will say that you got me dancing on cloud 9, Empress, because I knew, and now you know without me telling you,
Yes.
Because of your own standing on your own sovereign, that's it. It's over. Anyone who do that, it's over for the fakes.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. No more fear. There was no fear.
And I'm the same way, Empress. No fear. No fear. We're good. We're good. We know it's a test.
It's a test.
So it's with that being said, I'm so glad you're back, Empress. I just say it for the 10th time. Probably gonna hear me say that 100 more times, but I'm so glad you're back, and I love you so much, and I'm glad you stand. I'm glad you stand. Because that's just something nobody can tell us. We actually have to stand and experience it.
Right.
I'm preparing